call. We're going to start here in a couple minutes. Give it a couple of minutes, folks. And of course, as always, just go on the general chat in the Telegram and tell us where you're from. Always, always love to hear where everybody's from there. Canada. How you doing, Michelle? Lutz, Florida. I hadn't seen that one yet. All right, New Zealand, Australia, West Texas, Austria. There we go. There's my buddy Keith from Tampa. Are you a Buccaneers fan, Keith? Because they're actually pretty good this year. There's Gemma, always bringing on the fever. Chicago, Michigan, Kentucky, Zurich, Switzerland. Hey, Tom. Robert from San Diego. Is that Lillian? Yeah, Lillian from Georgia. All right. Keep them coming. Very important call tonight. Glad you guys could make it. And we'll be getting started here in about 30 seconds. I am going to record it, as always.
Excuse me. Gotta apologize, everybody, ahead of time. Just had a cough that is lingering. Had a coughing attack a moment ago, so I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. Apology.
You don't hear any background noise on my end, do you, Dave?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Just got a TV like right next to me. The baseball game's on. Just kind of glanced at it. All right. So let me go ahead and click record and we'll get this call started, folks. Here we go.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Mark Ross here, co-founder with the founder. Special guest tonight, David Track, to give us a really important update on what's going on with the auditing process and everything, how things are developing. Dave, let me just go ahead and let you get started here, buddy.
I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Been a long day. Got up extra early and had a great conversations with Ash and his team and Kapil. Over the past few days, we've been working with CoinSalt, the auditing company who did our smart contract, and we've handed them the remaining smart contracts. So there's a total of 4 smart contracts. So the first one went through with flying colors. They picked up a couple of things, which is actually good in a sense because I get nervous if there's nothing, because then I wonder if they're doing their job. But it's not cheap. This has been a very, very costly endeavor to get them to there's a lot of lines of code that are in these smart contracts, but they found a handful of some things that need to get completed, worked on. And so Kapil and his team are actively in there now, updating it and making sure everything, excuse me. I just mentioned before the recording that I had a coughing fit. And so I'm giving you guys a heads up. It might happen again. So let me just grab a drink. So I'm human. It happens. Basically, they're in the throes of the programming to make everything whole, make it right as per CoinSalt's audit. Once they're done with all the updates, they turn it back over to CoinSalt, and then CoinSalt gives the final blessing that everything is secure and looks good. So there's definitely a couple of things that need to get completed there, and CoinSalt is finishing the second audit. Actually, we gave them 3 different audits, so the second of that, and now they'll have a third one to do. So over the coming days, all of that will be completed. It'll be a total of 4. As you guys know, the first one was already done, which is the initial original smart contract that we have for the Sosana token. So that being said, there's no crystal ball to let us know exactly how long it takes, right? It's only a matter of them going through it and looking and making sure they get everything done properly. We're not going to launch this until everything's working properly. So we don't want to. There's no reason to launch and jump the gun. But we are focused and hoping that we can launch during this round one. So that is still the goal, to give you guys enough time to sign up, to nominate, to vote on the 20th. Worst case scenario, we launch on round two, which is the 20th. And if that happens, there'll be plenty of time before that for everybody to onboard, to get yourself KYC'd and ready and in position to start recruiting and everything else. So there's definitely going to be time for that in the worst case scenario. So I'm just letting you guys know in total transparency that it is possible that it could be the 20th. So I just want to set the record that is a possibility, but we are doing our best right now to make sure that we can launch during the round one. So that's really it. And ironically, it is sort of comforting knowing that CoinSold is doing their work and that they're finding some things that were important that need to get done. So, I'm very impressed with the company, to be honest with you. They're doing an absolutely incredible job, and their audit was extremely thorough. And even I was able to understand exactly what they were saying. I'm technical enough to be dangerous, but I'm not, a full-on programmer. So, but that's where we're at. If you guys have any questions or comments, post that in the Telegram chat, and I will be more than happy to address those. You hear me, Mark?
Yes, sir. I'm looking in here to see if we got any questions.
My body can't keep up. Mark, you're right, brother. I'm absolutely exhausted. You're right. I'm fighting that cough that took me down, and it's just, I feel okay other than exhaustion at night. The cough is at night and in the morning. But it's just like I hang up with these calls, and I still got to keep going because Capil's waiting on me. But I got to stay healthy for everybody. So, and for my wife and family. So, let's see what else we got. I think so. What do you think, Mark?
We'll see, man. It'll be the first time ever, I think, if it happens. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope so.
Is that right? The first time ever?
I think so.
Thank you, Puffin.
Keith, of course, says no because that's where he came from. He played for Bear Bryant. That's Keith. Keith Lacey literally played for the great Bear Bryant. Isn't that cool?
Oh, wow, that is cool. That's very cool.
He's got a football picture. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you saw it.
You did, but I forgot.
Isn't that nice? Pretty cool, man. Mm. Keith's a special dude. I'm not seeing a lot of questions.
Never comes easy. That's absolutely. We got a sharp group around.
We do. We got a lot of people in the community that get it, and that is so true. I can't tell you how true that is, Mark. Nothing worthwhile ever comes easy. Because if it does come easy, then you lose it easy. You lose it just as easy as you got it. Right? I mean, it's crazy. There's a statistic, I think, that over 90% of people that win the lottery end up broke, like completely broke. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. That's true, man.
Just a stat that's out there. So I'm not seeing a lot of questions, but one thing I want to follow up with is just a reminder. A lot of this stuff is reminder for some of you, but maybe not for others. But the people who make the most money in crypto are the ones who see it before everybody else does. And right now, with Sosana, this is before everything happens. That's where we're at right now. And you can tell, as a community, everybody's pretty much in waiting. Everybody's kind of hanging back, waiting for things to happen, which is a normal human nature kind of thing. We all do that. We get to a place where we anticipate something and then we just wait. And that's where I think we're at as a community, and that's fine. I mean, we appreciate everybody that's here waiting. We love everybody, but I would encourage you now to actually take advantage of this time, because this is before everything happens. This is before the affiliate pay plan goes live. This is before the voting reward mechanism, the first time in history that a company has ever allowed a community to come together and throw out the shiny objects, solve the #1 problem in crypto and uplift the quality projects. This is before that, right? And when's the best time to be involved? Is it before all that happens or after it happens? You know, I can see this right now. I've told you guys before too, is that these things are just inevitable. It's not whether they're gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. It's just when. These things will happen. These are the growing pains. You're here early and we're getting through it. And it's just a matter of time. And then all of a sudden you're going to look up and we're going to have an affiliate plan that's launched. People are going to be coming in to the affiliate plan and taking advantage of that 48-hour window. And then you're going to see a voting mechanism and a crypto company, do something that's never been done before, that's going to be revolutionary. I'm telling you, folks, everybody, it may be hard for you to see things in the beginning because we're so new. And you look at a price of, I don't know, what is it, 33 cents? I think that's the last I checked. You see where we're at right now, and it seems like we've been there for a while, right? And you're like, man, will it ever move? And I'm telling you, folks, there's going to come a time, and again, this is not financial advice. This is not predictions. This is just me telling you what I believe. This is what we as a team believe. And I speak for David and Brian and everybody on the development team. We all believe this.
Bobby.
That there's going to come a time when this is a fine-oiled machine and everything is working exactly like it's supposed to. Everybody's participating. This is going to be the biggest, most participating, highest participation level community in crypto history. Why? Because everybody's going to want to vote. Everybody's going to want to earn rewards, and everybody's going to want to be a part of this revolutionary process that brings quality projects to the market and creates this safe haven for people that is so needed in this space. With all these crazy shiny object scams everywhere, people are going to love being a part of this community, and they're all going to participate. And with that kind of participation is the revolutionary growth that's going to occur. And I can just see some unbelievable things happen. And what I'm telling you is why this is a multi-billion-dollar company in the making. It's just hard for you sometimes to grasp that you're actually here this early. And so I just want to encourage people to get out there and still keep pre-enrolling people. You know, bring them in now, because now's the time. And the sooner you plant the seeds, the better. You know, that's what I got to tell you. So just want to throw that out there to you guys. I'm looking for some questions here. I think that we finally got a question here. Does that mean we may not be able to get the votes in and the DGen wallet drop on Monday the 20th, or are we still okay for the 20th? Yeah, why don't you just kind of reiterate that, Dave?
Okay, maybe they hopped on late or something. So yeah, our dev team is fixing the errors that CoinSalt found, and so. As I mentioned before, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take. I have a call with Kapil after this call just to go over some of that, because I know they've been working on that doc, and that's for the one smart contract, right? They've got 2 more to do. So we don't know the exact time frame to do the work that needs to get done. It could take a couple of days. It could take a week. I don't know the answer. So once we have a clearer pathway, we know exactly how long it's going to take. We'll update everybody. As I mentioned before, the goal is to make sure, not make sure, but the goal is to have this completed in time so that everybody can nominate and then everybody can vote on the 18th, and then we can do the airdrop on the 20th. Worst case scenario is we nominate on the 20th, and then the 2 weeks after that Monday, is the reveal, and where we airdrop the tokens. So that's worst case scenario. What happens is that pool of money just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's a huge winnings at that point, to be honest with you. And look, this gives me enough time. I've been involved in so much development work. It actually gives me a little time to get the marketing system completed. We've had to put that as the last thing to finish out. Obviously, if they have the 3 smart contracts, that means we completed all that work, which is good news, right? They've got all that. We just have to make sure everything's right, because we refuse to launch this with any potential errors. We just won't do that. So we'll make sure everything is done properly. But during that time, we can get the marketing set up, the videos and things for you guys to have a marketing video system. in place, follow up CRM, and some of that's already been built out, but we just have to kind of flesh out some remaining pieces, and then I can start doing what I love doing, which is marketing. I'm actually a marketing person. I've been doing running a consulting company for years and years in a niche industry of network marketing, and I've been working with MLM company owners for years and doing all kinds of marketing from SEO to press releases and other types of marketing without getting into all the details. But I can tell you that we haven't even begun that. So on top of lighting the fuse and setting this thing on fire with our affiliate program, there's going to be a hella marketing happening where we've got so keep in mind, guys, not only are we collecting the 1% for the Degen wallet and a 0.5% for the pre-launch, we've got a 1% not marketing, but our stability wallet, which goes towards operational costs as well as market making, and a 0.5% towards marketing. And we're going to light this thing up. We're going to apply real money towards blowing up this company. So you guys are just there's going to be, I think, a potential windfall, especially for those who take part of the round robin, which, as a reminder, is $19.95 a month. And you already get the CRM as a founder, but you can be part of the round robin marketing campaigns that we do that will have leads that will drop in. We're also looking at different automatic follow-up systems to kind of make your lives a little easier. So we have AI chatbot that you guys can have access to that will communicate in real time while you sleep or while you're doing other things with people that land on your landing page, as well as outbound phone calls from the AI bot if you guys are interested in that. So I'm curious if you guys like that idea. It is an upcharge because we get hit with a fee and there are per minute charges on that. So I'm curious. I talked to Mark about it, and we're just curious as to the interest level in having, number one, at the very least, live AI chat with prospects to follow up and actually reach out and call those leads that come in on the system with a real sounding voice, answering questions and having dialogue conversations. You can pick between just chatting, SMS, and or the follow-up phone calls. So I think it runs about, if I'm not mistaken, 18 to 20 cents per minute. And I believe it's $39.95 per month. So we're still negotiating with the company, but we're not looking at this as a moneymaker for us. It's really to help you guys in follow-up and closing deals. So so if you guys like that idea, let me know because I don't really want to pursue that if it makes sense if there's an interest level for that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, Dave, because there really is going to be a marketing boom whenever we're able to start focusing on that. Because as you guys know, David just told you guys 0.5% goes straight towards marketing. That we're talking about all of that. Now you think about a future Degen voter bonus pool and how big it gets. Imagine half of that, the same size, right? Half of that going towards just marketing, going after influencers, going after people like that, spending money on that. That's David's, that's his expertise. He's been doing that for years, and he's going to put his nose to the grindstone on that as we evolve. And that's just another thing. And let me tell you something, I could say this, I believe we will explode without any marketing because of our affiliate plan and because of this thing just going viral, just the mechanism itself and what's happening. We're going to have testimonies that come out of the first voting reward event that happens. We'll do a call. I think that'll go viral. I mean, just the first one. I think people are going to get the word out, and it's just going to be so much fun coming into this. There is a question here I overlooked that says, "Hey, I have my wife in my downline. Is that okay?" It's not that that's not okay. That's fine because people are gonna have members of their household that are in their group. It's the key is that you're not stacking under them and using them as like another business center to actually make more income and to game the compensation, right? So it's not like they couldn't come in so that they can vote. We want them to be able to vote. So if they want to go through the KYC process, hold $50 in their worth of Sosana in their wallet, and become part of that, voting process, and as well as an affiliate, that's fine. You just can't stack a bunch of people underneath them and game the system and cheat your your sponsor, the person who referred you, out of a whole level of compensation. Does that make sense? So it's not a big deal if you've got family members in your group. You just can't stack a bunch of people underneath them. Does that make sense? That's what stacking is all about. Just so you know. All right, let me scroll down here because I kind of went up and stuck on that. Let's see if we have any. Let's see. Okay, now I have my kids that are grown and don't live with me. Can I spot? Yeah, again, Ellsworth, that's fine. Like I said, just don't create a second business center underneath yourself where all the people you bring in go underneath that and you game the compensation. I'm not seeing any other questions right now. So any other questions, folks, that you have? John asked, could you speak to the person who is nervous or ignorant to the meme token world? What are you finding is the best way to describe this opportunity to someone who's not in the crypto space? Okay. You know, you're kind of asking for like a script or something, right? And I wouldn't even think of it that way. I want you to always bring people to our Zoom calls, let them get educated, bring them to the website, let our tools that we're putting in place do the selling and explaining for you. Just pique their interest by telling them, hey, this is something that's never been done in history. It's a new crypto concept. And invite them to the Telegram, invite them to the community, and let it kind of sell itself. And I'll tell you guys, I am right in the middle of, I've got an outline in front of me, right in the middle of putting together about what I hope to be about a 15 to 20 minute overview that's going to come out to you guys as a 24-hour tool, just a tool, a video that you'll be able to just give a person and say, hey, find out about Sosana in like 15 to 20 minutes. If you want to know the vision of Sosana, listen to Mark Ross, co-founder of Sosana, talk about that vision, what makes it so special, and why we think we're a multi-billion-dollar company in the making, and just let them listen to it. And that's what I want to provide, that tool for you guys. So look for that. I would say by Monday, by the end of the day on Monday, I should have that to you guys, and you should be able to use that. I hope you guys like it. And if I get feedback on ways that I can make it better, I'll be glad to make more. I'll do it again. But I want to create a tool for you guys to make it really easy to share the Sosana opportunity with people. So I hope you can look forward to that coming. That'll be helpful to you guys. So I see another question here. So worst case scenario would be November 3rd for our first voting process and Degen drop. Yeah, that's basically the math. That's about right. That would be worst case scenario. That's what we're thinking. Helen, is it possible for the system to be designed to avoid
That's
stacking?
right.
That way people could receive a notice that there is a potential issue. I don't know how to necessarily put that in place. What do you think about that, Dave? You think there's any way to design something that avoids stacking? I'm not sure if you can.
I don't really see how, it's at some point it kind of gets away from you, and you just hope everybody's honest and does the right thing.
Yep. And usually if someone enrolls someone,
I mean, honestly, if we started to put in things where we hold IP addresses, and we could do that, we could see IPs and where they're coming from, and so we can tell if it's coming from the same household. But then, people that want to game the system, they just use VPNs and do one from a mobile, one from the computer. I mean, there's ways to always gain it, but we could put that as a fail-safe measure, to kind of capture the IP addresses. Actually, I think that we do. I think there is a capture, to be honest with you, when it comes to the KYC. Let me check. I'll check on that one. I'll look into that.
But it's pretty easy to tell too. I mean, if you sponsor someone and then they enroll someone and it just seems like every single person just goes underneath that person and they're not sponsoring anybody else, it kind of it's pretty obvious. But we are so adamant and so upfront and out in the open about how people cannot stack. We haven't seen a problem yet. So that's the good thing. Got a great community. All righty. We appreciate your comments there, Ellsworth. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm glad that you see that, because we try to be as transparent with the community as we possibly can. So it's nice to see people appreciate that. Yes, I've been waiting for news of the $99 payment for affiliate founders when it is due. How do we do that if we can't KYC? Can't KYC. What would stop you, Bridget, from being able to KYC? I guess that would be my question to you. What would stop you? So maybe you can answer that question later and I'll try to help you. Don't see any other questions underneath that. But I don't see any reason why a person wouldn't be able to KYC. So all you need is an ID and a phone number. Basically cell phone and ID number, right? Or I mean ID, like picture ID and a cell phone. Isn't that all they need, David?
Yeah. That is it.
Everybody can do that.
I'm just posting some ways to quickly answer questions, give you a 10-second pitch, a 20-second pitch, a 30-second pitch overview for how to overcome any obstacles or questions that people ask you. What Sosana is and what the benefits are. Because I think it's good, Mark, if people can pique the interest of somebody who might be interested, so they can get them onto a call.
That's a good question. And that would be, let me just think. You're putting me on the spot, but I did it just the other day, so I ought to be able to answer that pretty easy. I was walking out of church one time, and I just talking to a friend I hadn't talked to in a few months, and he just asked me what I was up to, and I said I'm actually helping co-found a crypto company, and this guy doesn't know anything about crypto. I mean, I had to show him later how to set up a Phantom wallet and all that stuff. So he asked me, and basically, I'm trying to think of exactly how I approached that.
Well, I told him it's a Telegram. Yeah. Just see it.
Okay, good. Where is that? Just now you did?
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know the KYC, even though you see it there, it is not live. So it's not connected. So there's no KYC at this point, but it will be very soon.
So let me think of what I
like the AI idea.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, like, we can try it. It's not going to be very expensive to at least try and test and see how it goes. So why not?
Yep.
Okay, trying to think of. Let me just say this, folks. So if I talk to a person, I would say there's a crypto community run project where if you know anything about crypto, you understand that there's way too many projects coming out. There's so many that people can't even come up with it. So there's a company, it's called Sosana, which stands for Shiny Object Syndrome and Nothing Accomplished. And usually when you tell a person that, if they know anything about crypto at all, there's a smile on their face. And that's the beautiful thing about really successful meme coins, is they have a tendency to relate. People can relate to them quickly. So telling them what Sosana is, what it stands for, and then saying, this company has created a community, kind of a safe haven, where everybody in the community that joins can come together and actually help find by nominating and voting for really quality projects. And then tell them to go check it out. And make sure you mention to them what I'm explaining to you has literally never been done in crypto history. So you got to check this out. And just have them check it out. Have them come to our Telegram, get on our Zoom calls. And of course, like I said, by next week, you'll have at least a 15 to 20 minute vision overview, like a video that you can give people that's 24 hours, 7 days a week recorded that you can just hand people. And that'll make it really good. We'll put it on a domain and make it easy for people to use.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of a domain for that. David, you're the king of domains.
I probably already have it, but I think that's part of what our I think that's probably part of what our lead capture page is going to be about, right? Kind of simplifying the whole messaging.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're going to make that to where people could just hand that off.
Exactly.
Can you give us an estimate as to how much the reward wallet is up to? Yeah, we talked about that. It's around 35 grand and change. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it exactly, like since David revealed it to everybody. Just last week or the week before? I'm losing track.
Yeah, me too. You losing me?
I'm just losing track of time, but it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago he revealed it. So it's around that somewhere, around 35 grand.
Imagine where it's going to be on the if this thing goes until the 20th, which would mean 14 days from there would be, I think, the 3rd of November.
Yeah.
Think about where it's going to be.
It's just going to keep growing.
So there's actually a plus in that as well. I mean that's. And I know people want to get this thing off now, but that would be one hell of a win for people. So that'd be a big buy, quite a big buy.
Okay, Sal asked at this point, what's the best video to send someone? You know, we actually did a really good, but this was all the way back in July, but it's still, people will get it. We did a 2-part Zoom where Mr. Life came out and he asked us to literally cut it in half, where we had an overview of like everything. Me and Brian came out, and then we had a Q&A session right after it, and we divided it into 2 parts. So Sal, if you want to send me a direct message, I will reply back to you with those 2 parts that you can use at least in the meantime. And then, like I said, by first of next week, you'll be able to have that tool that I'm providing. So hopefully that'll get you through. Brian's napkin presentation. Lori Patton loves that one. Yes, people are loving Brian's napkin presentation. That is another excellent one for the affiliate plan. That is a really good one. Everybody's loving that for sure. Yeah, driver's license will be sufficient for KYC. Yep, Danny, that's true. Okay, good. Sal says he has it already. Good. Yeah, just use that for now. I know it's not the best tool because it's kind of long, but I am going to try to put something together for you guys so you can have a really good, simple tool. There you go. So Professor just put that up. Thanks, Professor. Always on the ball. Appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Any other questions from anybody out there? Not seeing it. It's Thursday. I can't even believe it's Thursday. Last call of the week.
In, man. They're blending in.
It really is. Really is.
I'm working 7 days a week, so doesn't really. I'm not complaining. It's just a day is a day.
Okay, T. Hansen asked something. Will there be calls on Saturday and Monday to announce nominees and winners, or is that just on the site and we have to be there and ready? That's a good question. I mean, I wasn't planning. David, were you planning? I mean, I'm sure with the very first one, we're probably going to have a call, right? I don't know.
Where's that question?
This is T. Hansen. This was at 8:14. If you go back, I overlooked it too. Lori just pointed it out. Just wanting to know if on Saturday and Monday to announce nominees and winners. I mean, I don't know why we would need to necessarily announce the nominees.
We don't announce them. Yeah. We don't actually announce the winners, because first off, you have to have $50 in Sosana to see the winner at 7 p.m. Right. So that's a silent, viewing, if you will, for those that, I mean, you don't have to vote or nominate to see that. You just have to have 50. But if you go in there, you can make a decision to buy in at that number one, the winning token, or any of the other 9 tokens that made it into the top 10. And then at 8 p.m., it's a company-wide reveal where if you have 50 or if you don't have 50, you can see all the winning tokens just by connecting your wallet. So yeah, that's a private thing, for everybody to kind of view and make decisions on their own. So I don't think we want to hype up any tokens anymore. It's just we're completely agnostic when it comes to which tokens are getting nominated, which tokens are getting voted, and which we want you guys to make the right decisions on how to move. We recommend that you always lead with the ones that win, because that's how we kind of avoid the shiny object syndrome, which is what this is all about. But what's going to happen is this: when a token wins, first off, the tokens that make it into the nominations will appear once it's visible to the community. So we'll have 25 tokens on a Saturday at 7 p.m. that are revealed to the voters, and automatically in the directory, the pages will automatically populate with those tokens, so people can see what those are, kind of do their research, look to see, make decisions. They can, if someone knows it's not a good token, they can give their review, and people can educate each other. So we're going to have a form of a community kind of weighing in. We'll also, as a reminder, we'll have tokens doing live AMAs for the community and inviting everybody into their AMAs to kind of pitch their product. But once the token wins on that Monday, there's going to be a form that's automatically created, and it's the winning form So the token will automatically appear in that forums for people to start discussing it and talking about what is an AMA. An AMA stands for Ask Me Anything, which is really this. This is an AMA, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of crypto projects like to have their own AMAs where they can educate the community about what the product is, just like we're doing here. So we have a platform inside of our community where the token projects and vendors and KOLs are all allowed to pay for an AMA through our system. We have our own AMA managers who will spearhead, kind of host that live AMA for the community, make sure it keeps it professional, keeps it flowing properly, and everybody's invited to attend. We can hold up to 1,000 people, and then we have the ability to stream it through other sources. So, but that's all part of our ecosystem where we no longer need to rely on Telegram, where there's so many scammers, as everybody here can attest to. It's just wrought with scammers everywhere. It's unbelievable. So, we kind of have our own gated community, and it's not just a one line conversation where everything just stacks on top of each other. It's going to be all kinds of forums and community. You can search for each other. You can search for people that are nearby to you, to whatever region you're in or part of the world you're in. You'll be able to connect with like-minded people. You'll be able to find others out there that hold tokens that you hold, and it's just a way to meet up and connect with like-minded degens out there. So, but also to learn all about crypto. Right, we have our educational courses that are connected to this. So, and if you think about it, I believe last I read, there's only 7% of the world is involved in crypto. So, I mean, that means 93% is a wide open target to go after. And so we've also integrated the educational courses for part of the affiliate commission. So when people pay for classes, you're able to earn in those classes as well. So, we expect a lot of people who are talking to others out there that have no idea how to even download a wallet or purchase crypto. So we have an onboarding mechanism for them where they can pay with US fiat, because it would be a catch-22, right? You need to have $50 in Sosana to access the educational courses. So for that purpose, we have onboarding instructors. Those, let me actually, now that I'm mentioning this, those out there that would like to become instructors for that, we have also instructing classes for those that are just giving normal courses on crypto education. But for those interested in onboarding, it's kind of a special instructor course where we will communicate directly with you. And this is a nice little side hustle for you as well, where you can kind of hold the hands of somebody who really doesn't understand crypto at all, help them get their wallet, help them purchase crypto, but also we're opening this up to classes. So it's not just one-on-one. We have the ability for up to 30 people in a classroom. We've done the math. It can be pretty good money for you. So if you're interested, definitely send me a message at, let's see the best email. Use sos@sosana.io and let me know that you're interested in that, and we'll add you to that list.
Yep.
Okay, I've said a lot there.
Yep. Yes, sir. Any other questions at all from the community? I just answered Gershon, so. Okay. Well, I think that's good. Let's see, what was that email again?
SOS, that's Shiny Object Syndrome, at Sosana.io. I appreciate it, Helen. Yeah, I think you guys can tell I'm low energy, man. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I am tired.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I'm Mark. I'll let you finish up.
Okay.
I think I'm probably gonna call it a night. I'm gonna tell Kapil I'll talk in the morning. I'm exhausted. I can't.
Just go sleep, man. Go,
Yeah,
buddy. Let it go.
I'm out, guys. Hey, love you guys. Really appreciate everybody's enthusiasm here, and I do want to give you guys a real big thank you for stepping up on that trust pilot. That was
Oh yeah.
that guy's problematic, but now we know who he is. He's officially has outed himself as the guy who created the problem that took down our website. So that we're glad that he's alerted us because we have access to legal in his country, and we're closing in on him. So we will we'll return the favor his way. So all right, guys. Love you. Have a good night. I'm out.
Okay, we'll see you, Dave. Awesome.
See you Monday. Take care, guys.
All right, guys, I'm looking to see if there's any other questions here. Will there be a few different marketing funnels for crypto beginners and crypto experts? Yes, there will be. And that's one of the things that David touched on earlier is lead capture pages, things like that. Those are in the works too. Basically segment the traffic. Yeah, I mean, that's all David's thing. I mean, he knows all about that stuff. And we're going to constantly evolve with our affiliate plan and bringing tools all the time. And I know that we will have people from the community that give us some great ideas too. I mean, that's what a community is all about. So the bigger the community gets, the better everything gets. So let's see. Just about to conclude this call. We're about 42 minutes after on Thursday night, the last night of the week for Zooms. I will be doing some Saturday Zooms in the coming months, but I'm pretty tied up this weekend. I'm going to be traveling myself. Have to be an affiliate to be an onboarder. Yes, you do, Danny. To be an onboarder, you will have to be part of the affiliate plan. I see more people typing in, so I'm going to give it a second just to give people a chance to ask a few more questions if there is any out there. All right, everybody. Is SOS the ticker for Sosana token? No, it's just Sosana. You can find it under SOSANA right now. And then I'm gonna let this be the last question. Is it possible to get a web hit / traffic hit for the affiliate link, please? Maybe in the future. I think that's not a bad idea. Some ad tracking capabilities. I can see those as being part of the evolution of the affiliate plan for sure. The SOS emails for the round. Yeah, that's what he was talking about, Alan. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for everybody's participation. Love having everybody on here. That this really is the Sosana family. You guys are at the beginning. You guys are the ones that are the foundation of everything. So I just want to thank everybody on this Zoom tonight and all the people out there that couldn't make it. Everybody is so important to us, and we're trying to do everything we can to put this together as fast as possible. But we're obviously, like David said, we got to do it right. It's no use putting it out there if it's not done right. And so any delays that ever occur, it is always us in anguish when we have to go through delays. We hate it, right? But it's only for your benefit. We want to get this thing launched, everything. We want this to be a fine oiled machine, and every utility working all in tandem, and sky's the limit, right? We want to get it out there as soon as possible, but we are in the process of doing it, and everything takes time. It's just like Mark Anthony said, nothing good comes easy, and I appreciate that word, brother. So thanks to everyone for coming on. We will see you Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I know that me and Brian have a very important thing we're going to be putting together for you guys that really talks about the 3 things you need to consider when the voting process happens. We want to try to prepare you guys as much as we possibly can for that first election, and then how to be prepared to, when the results come out, what to look for, and how you can try to put yourself in a profitable position. Okay. So we're going to be talking about those. Just remember, there's going to be 3 elements that we cover, and me and Brian want to get together with you guys. And we don't know if we're going to do that Monday or Tuesday, but we're going to do that next week. So make sure that you tune into that, because that's going to be a really important one. And if you bring your questions, and we will see you guys on Monday night. Everybody have a great weekend. God bless everybody.
Take it easy, guys.